Part 1. Antarctica, the last frozen frontier. At the very bottom of the earth lies a place unlike any other, a land so vast, so cold, and so silent that it feels almost unreal. This is Antarctica, the southernmost continent on our planet, a world of ice and extremes where nature exists in its rawest and most powerful form. It is a land without nations, without cities, and without permanent human settlement, a place that belongs not to one country, but to the entire Earth. Antarctica surrounds the South Pole and is the fifth largest continent in the world. It is larger than Europe and nearly twice the size of Australia. Yet despite its immense size, it remains the least explored and least understood continent on the planet. Almost 98% of Antarctica is covered by ice, forming the largest ice sheet on Earth. This ice is not just a surface layer. In some regions, it reaches depths of more than 4 kilometers, burying entire mountain ranges, deep valleys, and ancient landscapes beneath it. This ice has been accumulating for millions of years. Snowfall, layer by layer, compressed over time into solid ice, preserving a frozen record of Earth's history. Trapped within these icy layers are tiny bubbles of ancient air, untouched since long before humans existed. These bubbles allow scientists to study the planet's past, atmosphere, and understand how Earth's climate has changed over hundreds of thousands of years. Antarctica plays a critical role in regulating Earth's climate. Its vast white surface reflects sunlight back into space, helping to keep the planet cool. This reflective effect, known as the albedo effect, acts like a giant mirror for the Earth. Without Antarctica's ice, global temperatures would rise significantly. The continent also helps drive powerful ocean currents that circulate cold water around the globe, influencing weather patterns and stabilizing the planet's climate system. The Southern Ocean that surrounds Antarctica is one of the most important oceans on Earth. Cold, dense water sinks near the Antarctic coast and flows northward, helping regulate global ocean circulation. This process affects temperatures, rainfall, and climate patterns across the entire planet. What happens in Antarctica does not stay in Antarctica. It impacts every continent and every ocean. Antarctica is the coldest place ever recorded on Earth. In the interior of the continent, temperatures can drop below -80 degrees Celsius during the long winter months. The cold is so extreme that metal can become brittle, and exposed skin can freeze in seconds. During winter, the sun disappears entirely, plunging much of the continent into complete darkness for months at a time. In summer, the opposite occurs, with continuous daylight bathing the ice in an endless glow. Classified as a desert because it receives very little precipitation, some regions receive less snowfall each year than the Sahara Desert receives rain. The winds of Antarctica are among the strongest on Earth. Katabatic winds, driven by cold, dense air flowing downhill from the interior, can reach speeds of more than 300 kilometers per hour. These winds create blizzards so intense they can erase visibility completely, turning the landscape into a swirling white void. Despite all this ice, Antarctica is classified as a desert because it receives very little precipitation. Some regions receive less snowfall each year than the Sahara Desert receives rain. Yet life persists in this extreme environment. Along the coastline, emperor penguins survive conditions that would be fatal to most other species. They breed during the Antarctic winter, enduring darkness, brutal winds, and freezing temperatures. Male emperor penguins balance eggs on their feet for months, protecting them from the ice while fasting through the harsh winter. Their survival is a testament to nature's ability to adapt to even the most extreme conditions. Other penguin species, such as Adelie and chinstrap penguins, thrive along the Antarctic coast during the summer months. Seals haul themselves onto ice floes to rest and breed, while whales migrate thousands of kilometers to feed on the rich abundance of krill in Antarctic waters. Krill, tiny shrimp-like creatures, form the foundation of the Antarctic marine ecosystem. Without them, the entire food chain would collapse. Beneath the ice, life exists in ways that continue to surprise scientists. Microorganisms survive in freezing temperatures, high pressure, and complete darkness. Some of these organisms are found deep beneath the ice in subglacial lakes, bodies of water trapped beneath kilometers of ice for millions of years. These lakes have been isolated from the outside world longer than humans have existed, making them some of the most extreme and mysterious habitats on Earth. Scientists believe that studying these subglacial environments may help answer fundamental questions about life itself. If life can survive in such extreme conditions on Earth, it may also exist in similar environments elsewhere in the solar system. such as beneath the icy surface of Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's moon Enceladus. Antarctica also holds nearly 70% of the world's fresh water, locked away in its massive ice sheets. This makes the continent a critical reservoir of fresh water for the planet. If even a small portion of this ice were to melt, global sea levels would rise dramatically, threatening coastal cities and low-lying regions around the world. Human contact with Antarctica is relatively recent. The continent was first sighted in the early 19th century, and early explorers faced unimaginable dangers. They traveled across endless ice fields with limited equipment, battling frostbite, starvation, and isolation. These expeditions became legendary tales of courage and endurance, often ending in tragedy. The race to reach the South Pole became one of the greatest challenges in the history of exploration. Today, Antarctica has no permanent residents. Instead, it is home to scientists and support staff who live and work at research stations scattered across the continent. These stations are operated by dozens of countries and serve as hubs for scientific research. Life at these stations is demanding, with long periods of isolation, extreme weather, and limited contact with the outside world. Scientists study a wide range of subjects in Antarctica, including climate change, glaciology, marine biology, geology, and astronomy. The continent's clear skies and minimal light pollution make it one of the best places on Earth for observing space. Antarctica has also become one of the most important locations for studying climate change, as its ice provides a detailed record of Earth's climate history. One of the most remarkable aspects of Antarctica is that it belongs to no single nation. In 1959, 12 countries signed the Antarctic Treaty, agreeing to preserve the continent for peaceful purposes and scientific research. Military activity, nuclear testing, and mining are prohibited. This treaty has since been signed by many more countries and remains one of the most successful examples of international cooperation in history. Despite its remoteness, Antarctica is not untouched by human influence. Rising global temperatures are causing glaciers to melt and ice shelves to weaken. Massive icebergs are breaking away from the continent and drifting into the ocean. Warming ocean temperatures are affecting marine ecosystems, threatening species that depend on stable ice conditions. Antarctica acts as an early warning system for the planet. Changes here often signal larger environmental shifts that will eventually affect the rest of the world. The ice preserves a detailed record of past climate changes, showing how sensitive the planet is to shifts in temperature and atmospheric composition. These records reveal that the changes happening today are occurring at an unusually rapid pace. Beyond its scientific importance, Antarctica is a place of extraordinary beauty. Towering ice cliffs glow in shades of blue and white. Vast frozen plains stretch endlessly to the horizon. The silence is so deep that it can feel overwhelming. In this frozen wilderness, nature exists without human noise, untouched and powerful. Antarctica is not just a distant, frozen land. It is a mirror reflecting the state of our planet. It shows us how interconnected Earth truly is and how actions taken far away can have consequences even in the most remote places. The fate of Antarctica is inseparable from the fate of the world itself. This frozen continent stands as a reminder of nature's strength and fragility. It holds the memory of Earth's past within its ancient ice and offers vital clues about the future. As Antarctica continues to change, it challenges humanity to understand, protect, and respect